Hello everybody, and welcome back to Gay Let's Play Baldur's Gate 3. Ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between, today is a very special day, because as of this recording, today they just released patch number 5. Now for those of you who don't remember what exactly patch number 5 entailed, it is a huge one because it includes a full-on epilogue to the ending of the campaign, which the main game was not released with, and that I did not experience during both versions of my endings with Gale. So I have a lot of high hopes for this one. I knew, as I mentioned from the previous video, that they were trying to add this sort of fixed, improved ending epilogue, sort of like how they did in Mass Effect 3. So I am super excited to see what Larian Studios came up with. I have 100% faith that they executed this very well. So happy to share this experience with you now that I have seen what the previous iteration of the ending was like before and how things are different. So I am going to at least start with my canon ending, the one where I was actually supporting Gale to keep the crown and have us both ascend to some form of godhood of some form. And I'm really hoping that they give us some closure, at least romantically, some closure about our romance given this route, and just won't leave us hanging simply because I chose him to go with the route that I guess some of the characters are implying is the quote-unquote evil or bad route. Again, I don't need a happy ending. I don't need a perfectly happy ending. If it turns out that by supporting Gale and putting all of your trust in him would result into tragedy or a bittersweet ending, I'm okay with that. I just want a resolution. Whatever that resolution ends up being, I just want a resolution. So hopefully that will be the case. So let's jump right into it. We'll be gods together, Gale. I will be right by your side.
That day cannot come soon enough. But first, I must retrieve the crown. Have patience a while, and I will return to you, carrying immortality in one hand and offering you ascension with the other. I will be a god, as will you.
I was hoping that we would have gotten a kiss, a farewell kiss.
Another low mortal grasping at godhood. Perhaps he will manage it and be everything he promises. Perhaps not. Better for the world not to find out at all, I think. And certainly better for Gale that Mystra does not. But he set himself on his path. We have our own next steps to think
But
on.
his path was my path.
Well and good,
His path
but
was
enough
my
of that.
path.
What now?
Okay.
My hamster is hungry.
Since the nether brain fell, you have continued to evolve. Thought is action, action is thought, speech is difficult.
And as a bard,
Your
that's
mind
rough.
has voyaged to the limits of existence,
Ooh.
communing with entities unique and wondrous. But something always calls it
There
back.
we are.
Back to Faerun, back to yourself, back to the beginning. The time before you became what you are. When your tadpole first sang in your mind. You are back there once again when a voice comes to you. Withers.
Withers.
Who you know so well. It is time, he says, to meet with your allies once again.
So wait a minute, Gale wasn't with
Retrieve
me?
them often. And now you will see if your dreams have become their reality.
So Gale, it's been months and Gale This apparently is 6 months later. Where's Gale? Oh, look, everyone's in new outfits. Oh, they're back! Will and Karlach. Where's my husband? Where's my boyfriend? Gale! Oh, he's alive! And he looks smoking hot.
Thou wert called here, some from above,
Yay!
some below.
He's alive!
For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt.
I'm so happy!
Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight, fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon, wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once
Can we
more.
please have some resolution? Please. I hope my boyfriend is still my boyfriend. Because he's ascended, but he didn't... I wasn't with him? Millie? Whoa. He like...
With the Stockluck wine from all over the world, but is there one bottle of fresh blood?
Oh, I love this so much.
Be careful to not overindulge tonight,
I'm glad for it.
lest I lose control and slip into
Well,
bad form.
I'm telling you though.
Engine's cooking hotter here.
Wow.
Damn.
Well, Halsin, if... I hope... You know, like I said, if it's a tragedy that happens between me and Gale because of my choices, very well. But I'm saying, worst comes to worst. If Gale breaks up with us, obviously I'll be destroyed and crushed. But Halsin's right there. Halsin is right there.
It smells so good.
Where's my boyfriend? Okay, first things first. Let's just rip the Band-Aid. I just want to know, am I still good? Are Gale and I still good?
Did you just hit something?
It's Tara. Oh! I just...
Sorry, it's a reflex when I clap eyes on
Yay!
something
There's so many things
distasteful.
going on all at once. Oh my gosh, Gale. Psychic aura of possibility. Gale, look at you. Wow. He's still a level 12 wizard though. Still has psychic resistance from the long rest. Relationship's exceptional. I hope that relationship is still exceptional and he still wants to have sexy times with us. Does it say he's a god? It says his race is human still. They probably should fix that. Look at my boyfriend. So wait, does that mean I didn't ascend to godhood, or he just ascended to godhood and now he's about to offer it to me? Gale, please don't break my heart. Please don't break my heart.
There you are, my mortal friend.
Why are you calling me friend? Why are you calling me mortal friend?
I hoped I'd see you here.
As what? But what do you see
I
me
imagine
as?
this must be quite a shock. Whatever you're feeling, do not be afraid. Still me, just an improved version.
I will love you all the same. Just like you accepted me for... We both went through a lot of changes, Gale. We both did. And you still accepted me, so I still accept you as long as you still have me, but that's what I'm worried about. I'm so worried about this. I was beginning to think you'd forgotten about me, about your promise. So you did it. You became a god. I thought you were dead. I haven't heard from you in months. Your presence, it sets my teeth on edge. Is this the power of Karsus at work? I was beginning to think you'd forgotten about me, about your promise.
Forget you? Never.
Oh, Gale.
I'm afraid time works quite differently in Elysium. I didn't realize how long I'd been gone until I received Wither's summons.
It's only been a few months. It's okay.
I imagine you're wondering how all this came to be. The finer points of divine ascension are beyond mortal comprehension, I'm afraid, but I can provide a rudimentary sequence of events.
Okay.
First, I retrieved the crown of Karsus and reforged it using a series of precise and highly complex Netherese incantations.
Of course.
Then, I used it.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, the orb within me was the half-formed Karsite Weaver. Magic left incomplete by Karsus' self-destruction. I finished it.
Good job, honey.
Using the crown of Karsus, I turned it into a new form of magic.
Yes!
Fused with my being, driven by my purpose. And then I put it to work.
Uh-huh.
As expected, Mistra was unwilling to hand over the reins of the
But she didn't smite you yet.
I've claimed dominion over another area which I've passing familiarity.
Okay.
Ambition.
The god of ambition. Oh, thank you, Mistra, for not smiting my boyfriend. I'm like, Mistra, you owe me. You owe me. Like, I get it. You and Gale have a history, but you know what, Mistra? I got rid of the elder brain for you from ascending into another god that was gonna mess around with your domain and all. So I'm like, you know, Mistra owes me this. Like, even if she feels that Gale deserves to be smitten, I don't deserve to have my love taken away from me. I don't deserve that. So Mistra, I'm watching you. I'm watching you. What does the god of ambition offer his followers? If that's the criteria for choosing a domain, you should be the god of wasting valuable loot. Oh, I would say that in jest to him. Where's the crown of Karsus now? So you gave up on dethroning Mistra? Doesn't sound so ambitious to me. No. What does the god of ambition offer to his followers? Or to his lovers?
I offer them nothing. I inspire them to seize their destinies for themselves.
I love this.
Great as the heights I've reached thus far may be, I've not forgotten my humble origins. In fact, they're central to my doctrine. Those drawn to the Galarian Creator merely seek my guidance as the impressive, all-powerful being I've become. Ambition is about beginnings. It's not just about the heights, but the lows that preceded them. I was nothing. Drifting dust mote of a wizard, abandoned by my goddess, my powers lost, my reputation destroyed. And look at me now. I'm their proof.
I'm proud of you, honey. I'm proud of you, sweetheart.
Proof their hopes are not barren wastes, but the loamy soil in which their future achievements will flourish. Proof that with ambition, anything is possible.
You're no different to any other god, letting mortals do all the work. I wouldn't say that. Interesting. So you help mortals help themselves, which I really like. See, I was hoping that my trust in Gale, that he would not become corrupted, would not have been poorly placed. And this is so validating. I mean, obviously, it's still early in the game. I mean, isn't the game, like early in his tenure as a god, but for right now, I want to have hope that Mistra was actually wrong. Because again, the gods are not perfect. Quite often, the gods are not actually right. Quite often. Blackith certainly wasn't. Shar certainly wasn't. So Mistra could have been wrong. Maybe Gale was the person who actually overcame what she was worried about. So, stick it to you, Mistra. No. Not gonna tempt fate. Interesting. So you help mortals help themselves. What of those with evil ambitions? Do you encourage them too? Your ambition didn't earn you these powers. I did. And do you share these Galarian magic of yours with your followers? I understand a new type of ambition has grown within me. These last months, this elithid form is powerful. Interesting. So you help mortals. I'm going to try to stay positive. I mean, this is something I could say, but I'm going to stay positive. Interesting. So you help mortals help themselves.
Precisely. Though that isn't to say I'm averse to the odd bit of direct encouragement. A whisper in the ear of a struggling artisan. A breeze to flutter the pages of a tome before a frustrated mage.
Like in Charmed.
A magical weapon stumbled upon by a desperate would-be hero.
See, I like that. I
am ambition incarnate. As indistinguishable from that most potent sensation as Mistra herself is from the weave. And word is spreading.
I love it. I love this for him.
There are already several shrines in my honor scattered across the outer reaches of...
Get out of here!
Rumors of a very prominent temple under construction in Arm.
Dude.
This is only the beginning.
I'm so happy for you, Gale. I'm so happy for you. I really am proud of him. I'm so proud of this is what he wanted, and I wanted to support his dream, and he's achieved it, and I think he's doing well with it. I think he's doing a great job. He's probably gonna stumble and make mistakes along the way, but I'd like to believe that I'll be there to help him through it all. To not lose touch of himself and who he truly is deep down inside. You know, not just a god, but who he is as Gale, and not forget about the little people, you know, to the mortals, so to speak. Try to keep him grounded, despite the fact that he is a god. Sort of like how companions tend to do with Doctor Who, for those of you who are Doctor Who fans. Although Doctor Who versus the god of ambition, although I can see Doctor Who becoming a god of ambition. There's a lot of parallels there. Anyway, yeah, this is exactly what I'm saying. For both of us, I'm ready to go with you, Gale. No, I think it's the end. What happened to the man I loved? No, I'm not going to say that. He's the god of ambition, and this is... I want to believe in him. I want to have faith in him. I want to trust him. And hopefully he can trust me too, if I'm allowed to go with him. For both of us, I'm ready to go with you, Gale.
I see you won't be claiming the domain of patience in the heavens. All in good time, my love. For now, mortality has one more night of enjoyment in store.
He still calls me his love. Ah.
To be a god among men.
Oh, Gale, look at you. Look at you.
You're finding it hard to stay away from me.
Yeah.
Perfectly understandable.
Yeah.
Divine essence has a rather magnetic quality where mortals are concerned. Resist for now.
Ugh.
Enjoy the night. And I promise, we'll be together soon enough.
Good. Ah. Lae'zel. Astrally projected. Oh, so she can't physically be here. Hey. Tara.
Well, there he is. Gale in all his glory. I hope you're happy.
Do you not approve?
God of ambition. Have you ever heard anything more ridiculous?
You don't approve, Tara. I'm sorry. I agree, Tara. He's not who he used to be. I think he'll make an excellent addition to the Pantheon. Who put salt in your ale? What was that sound? What's going on? What am I missing? I think he'll make an excellent addition to the Pantheon. I'm trying to be positive. To Tara.
Ambition, aspiration, greed, and hubris is all I hear.
It's not necessarily that.
He wasn't like this. He recognized his mistakes. He was contrite. All he wanted to do was live. Unfortunately, he fell into company that turned his gaze toward foolishness. Yes, I mean you.
I didn't turn anyone's gaze. I just didn't deter him from it. He was the one who was gazing in it. The only thing I did was not talk him out of it. Oh, I don't know. I think there's something very appealing about the idea of godhood. I can't deny, part of me wishes I'd stopped him. Don't blame me for Gale's foolishness. Gale is his own man, Tara. Gale is his own man, Tara. You can disapprove all you want, but he's a grown man. He made his choices, and I backed him up. So...
False. He was mine.
Excuse you?
Though now he belongs only to his own pride. I know there's nothing you could have done to stop him. Not really. Once he'd decided to learn nothing from his mistakes, what use were either of our protests? Perhaps you'd be willing to come meet the girl's mother sometime?
Yes!
She misses him so.
Yes!
And I know it would do her heart a world of good to discuss her son with someone who knew him as he was.
Yes! Yes! Also, why do you have to look at this as such a negative Nancy, Tara? Like, hopefully this is just your opinion, and your opinion is not necessarily fact. Because, yeah, you could see it as that, but I refuse to see it in a negative light. Yeah, even if Gale lost a part of him, I think he did it. He tried to do it for the greater good, and you know, sacrificed a part of him to help. Seriously, that sound is really bothering the bejesus out of me because I can't turn. I am so fixated on Tara that I refuse. Cord refuses to turn to see what that sound is. So long as a visit from a mind flayer would not frighten her, I'd love to. That would not be without difficult given my form, but I'll consider it. Such a visit would be impractical. I don't think so. No. So long as a visit from a mind flayer would not frighten her, I'd love to.
Jolly good. I'll tell Mrs. Dekarios to be expecting you. Oh, she'll be delighted.
Yay!
Things just haven't been the same without himself cluttering up
I
the place.
really would love to meet her.
Enjoy
his
your
mom.
party, dear. I've heard you quite deserve a celebration.
Thank you. I didn't even cast Speak to Animals and I can speak to her. Seriously, what is going on over there? What am I missing out on? Y'all, come on. Why are you having fun without me?
Do let me know if you spot a cozy corner near the fire for me, won't you?
I just want to make sure Gale has nothing else to say.
You're finding it hard to stay?
Yes,
resist.
I am. Alright, fine. I'll resist for now. Lae'zel! Oh, Volo's here. Shadowheart. I can see that.
Polish up the horns.
Asterion. Will. Minx. Minx is going to town, dude. Look at him. Look at him. Oh my goodness. He's got the right idea. Happy Horson? Who's...
I cannot remember the last time I heard the Ballad of the Endless Spring performed. Now there's a ditty worthy of a knee slap.
Scratch!
You made it! Now the revelry can truly begin.
Okay. Scratch. I have to talk to Scratch. My good boy.
Familiar sight. Scratch can't quite speak around the thing he has in his mouth.
What are you doing with the artifact, boy? Scratch, come here, boy. I'm so glad Withers remembered to invite my favorite companion. Sorry, Gale. Scratch is a touch above you.
So am I. I've got a nice home in the city now. A girl named Mindy says I'm her best friend. She's mine too. Also you. I've got so many best friends. I hardly know who to snuggle. I missed your smell. But this thing I found had you all over it. I brought it for you. And I thought, perhaps you'd like to throw it?
I'm so glad to hear you fared well since our travels together. This is a dangerous object. I'm not sure you should be playing with it. Why did I separate myself from the rest of the group? I specifically said that I wanted to stick around in Baldur's Gate, but apparently everyone didn't stick around with me. I'm so glad to hear that you fared so well since our travels together.
I certainly have, and I always will. Forever, I think. And so will you.
Thank you. Alright, I'm not gonna say that to him. Dagger +1. I'm just gonna pick up this dagger +1. Halsin.
You would think someone of my vintage would be inured to the passage of time. Yet these past 6 months have seemed endless without your company.
Oh, Halsin.
But now, our paths cross once more.
I know. Yes. And just so you know, Halsin, like, I don't think I need to do it, but I still got you in my back pocket in case things go terribly tragic with me and Gale, because there still could be tragedy there. Let me guess, just as nature intended, the feeling's mutual. I've missed you. Honestly, the time's flown by. You sound almost sentimental, considering we didn't really get along. No, we totally did. Why is this choices even there? We totally got along. You can bring up his approval rating. The feeling's mutual. I've missed you, my friend.
We have all pined for each other's company, I sense. I cannot imagine otherwise after what we shared. That bond was forged in a crucible that can never be stoked again, Oak Father willing. It is a bond that can weather any distance, any passage of time.
Yeah.
I know it can, for I feel the longing for old friends in my heart each day.
Yeah, it's so sweet. You sound like you need a hug. You sound like you need a drink. That's life, I'm afraid. We can't go back. The future is ours to write. Who knows what we might share yet to get. Right. I mean, who knows what we might yet share together. You sound like you need a hug. Please add the hug please add the hug update. I know this is something that has been requested by the fans, and I know Larian Studios is working on it right now. You sound like you need a hug.
I always do. Should I ever decline, assume a doppelganger has taken my place.
I want a bear hug. I'm dying! I'm dying! Halsin! I got to hug Halsin!
That was more than worth the wait.
That was so good. Lingering hug. I figured, of all people, Halsin has got to give the best bear hugs. Just the best. Oh, can we hug again? Oh my goodness. Gale probably could see all. He's as a god, he's like, he could see everything. And we probably should be careful before Gale smites Halsin. I don't want him to do that. You can say that again. That was more. I'm sure there'll be more where that came from. Oof, that was quite a squeeze you put on me, Halsin. That was more than worth the wait. I'm sure there'll be more where that came from. No, I don't wanna make it seem like I'm straying from Gale, but I do want him to know that he is still very important to me. You can say that again.
That was more than worth the wait? Oh, I suppose you didn't mean that literally. Now, we have much to catch up on. Do not allow me to ramble on. I am eager to hear all you've been doing.
You first, Halsin. I want to hear about the life you've made, the people you've helped. I could listen to you talk all day, but if you insist. Finally, let's talk about me. I don't want to talk about it. Stay eager a little longer. I'll come back to you later. Stay eager a little. You first, Halsin. I want to hear about your life you've made, the people you've helped.
In that case, very well.
I want to know about you.
Our community grows rapidly. In 6 months, we have turned what was once a shadowy wasteland into a true home for all. In another 6 months, I would wager the scars of the past will be entirely invisible, even to those who remember them. The old masonry of Moonrise Towers and Rythwin have been repurposed into new homes.
Good.
And the land is rich with harvests and bountiful trees. Nature and civilization are in harmony. Stronger together.
So happy to hear that, Halsin. Sounds wonderful. Is this the balance you wished for? There must be a downside. I recall you have quite a few young wards to care for. 9 wagons of them, wasn't it? I'm gonna say sounds wonderful.
It is, truly. Though a more complex, evolving beast than I could ever have anticipated. I spoke often of balance before. Only now do I realize the balance is no simple, fixed thing. We welcome folk from all walks of life. Anyone who wishes for a new start. Naturally, it can be chaotic at times, but it is a thrilling sort of chaos. It thrives in ways I could never have dreamed of.
I'll need to see this place for myself. I'm glad you're happy. My turn, I suppose. I'll need to see this place for myself, so I can hang out with you more.
You are welcome whenever you like, and for however long you please.
Thank you, my friend.
Now, please, tell me all, and spare no details. I shall not lie. I have an ulterior motive in wishing to hear all. It is the children, you see. My charges.
Oh, yes.
Their appetite for bedtime tales is greater than I could ever have anticipated. Another story, Daddy Halsin. Another is the chorus that greets me each nightfall.
Daddy Halsin.
They have all but exhausted my repertoire in but a few short months. No mean feat given the lifetime I have lived. I desperately need new material, please. My reputation is at stake.
I'm sorry, I missed everything that you said after Daddy Halsin. I'm sorry. What were you talking about? Oh, we were talking about what I've been up to. Okay, well, had I known bedtime tales were a possibility, I'd sought you out at camp. I expect you'll have a few tales that will need to wait until they're older. Alright, let me see what I have. Had I known, I'd have sought... I expect you'll have a few tales that will need to wait until they're older.
More than a few, I should think.
You can tell those to me.
At least I shall be equipped to explain the birds and the bees when the time comes. But I hope that time is quite a while off yet.
Fair enough. Okay. Had I known bedtime tales were a possibility, I'd have sought you out at camp.
You would ask to be tucked in next. But whatever the intrepid adventurer needed, I would have been glad to provide.
Even when it's not intentional. Even when it's not intentional, Halsin is flirting with us. Oh, gosh. Alright, let me see what I have.
I am all ears. Though I never cared for that phrase. A rather unsettling image.
You have beautiful ears, Halsin. Regale Halsin with tales of your past 6 months. I'm not going to deceive him. The truth may be a little flat. Spice it up a little bit. I mean, that's what a bard would do. But this is Halsin. He's going to be real with his friends here. He's going to be real with them. He's not going to deceive them, or he's just going to be very open, honest. My exploits have been limited by my new form. I live as a pariah, feared by most. Recount some of your recent exploits, sparing no detail. Regale Halsin with tales of your past 6 months.
You have kept yourself busy. I expected no less, in truth. I shall be able to keep the children enthralled for a few more nights yet, thanks to you. And should you wish to retell of your exploits in person, well, I shall not object to a night off.
I would love that.
Now, it would be cruel of me to hoard you all to myself for the evening.
Well,
as much as I would like to. I shall leave you to the others for now, unless there was anything else.
I love that it fits my character to say that he would love to go and help with the bedtime stories because he loves kids. He loves kids. And as we saw in my other video, Gale is open. At least the other version of Gale's was open to having kids himself. I'm wondering if we'll be adopting a kid with the other version of Gale. Tell me about Thamiel and Oliver. Do you see much of them? Still partial to roaming in bear form, I take it? You seem more settled than expected you. I thought it was against your nature. What of the Grove? Do you stay in touch? May I have a hug? I can ask for another hug! But first things first, tell me about Thamiel and Oliver. Do you see much of them?
Quite often. They come and go as they please. But with so many playmates to avail of, they are far from strangers. They ask after you often.
Oh.
What you did for them will never be forgotten. I can see it in the land all around me. But more importantly, I see it in their faces whenever they visit. To make a child smile is to dabble with the power of gods as far as I'm concerned.
I'm only the tip of the iceberg of this epilogue, and I already absolutely love it. Larian Studios, mwah, mwah, so much love. Thank you for doing this. This is free, you all. This isn't a DLC you pay for. This is free. This is included. Larian Studios, you're amazing. Do never change. Please never change. What of the Grove? Do you stay in touch?
On occasion, but I prefer not to interfere.
Fair enough.
Francesca of the High Forest is Archdruid now, and by all accounts, she has proven to be a steady and wise influence. Even Korga may yet find true balance, thanks to her influence.
Maybe a redemption. Still partial to roaming in bear form, I take it?
I spend half my days in Ursine form. The children demand it. I had a score of them taking turns riding upon my back just days ago.
Okay.
I'm glad they are so comfortable with the Oakfather's creations. But they must learn that not all are as amiable as I am. A lesson for another time, though. They deserve some joy. As for roaming, that impulse has dwindled, I must admit. Perhaps because I have found where I am meant to be.
You seem more settled than I expected of you. I thought that was against your nature.
As did I, but somehow I feel like I no longer need to roam. That I have found something worthy laying roots for. Amazing what can be discovered about oneself, even at a ripe old age.
You're still very ripe. No matter how old you are, Halsin, you are more than ripe. May I have one more hug before I go talk to other people, Halsin?
Always.
Oh, I love this so much. Oh, I love this so much. Oh, this is so good. The hug in and of itself
Your
is
embrace
enough.
makes me feel safer than any armor could.
Halsin, I love you so much, man.
Before you go, I have something for you. Just a little keepsake, really.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember how I told you I like to whittle?
Yes.
I made this.
No, Halsin, you made me something?
Ducks are my favorite, but I thought they were
I did know
particularly
this.
fitting in this case.
He did
They
tell me
are
that.
migratory birds, of course, traveling far and wide with the turn of the seasons.
Oh.
Yet, they always find their way back to where they belong.
Oh.
Just like old friends find themselves back in each other's company.
I love this so much. This is so sweet. I'm going to cry again. Oh. I'm going to cry again. It's lovely. Thank you. Does it do anything? You're a sentimental creature at heart. You know that? This may fetch a modest price for a merchant with poor taste. You're a sentimental creature at heart. You know that?
Oh, I am well aware. Trust me. Now, I've taken up enough of your time. Go on. Enjoy the festivities.
That was so much content. It actually is part of my inventory. I got nothing in my inventory except for all of that. Whittled duck. A duck whittled out of wood. It smells of the deep forest. I will treasure this. I don't care if I do ascend to godhood. This is coming with me. Halsin.
It truly is splendid to see everyone gathered together again. If only for a night. I hope the sun does not make haste to rise on us.
No, I hope not. This is so much content. I can still ask for a hug. Oh, this is so much content, you all. They didn't have to do this, but they did.
I'm glad for it. For this.
Can I climb up and join him? Oh, I could climb up and join him, but right now. I want some food. Minsk, buddy. You look so handsome. I love that outfit. Look, Boo's on his shoulder.
Sings from every stone in this place. To meet again where your journey began, my friend. An honor. For Minsk and his hamster both.
I always said...
Oh, and for Happy also.
Who was Happy?
Yes.
Happy Horson.
Honored, of course.
Is he from Baldur's Gate 1 or 2? I was just thinking, wouldn't it have been cool if Minx actually had Boo on his shoulder, like at camp? Maybe they'll add that in the future, where whenever Minx is in camp, he will have Boo on his shoulder, because that's just awesome. Withers didn't say we could bring guests. Glad to see you, Minx. Boo too. And Happy? Who is this then? Withers didn't say we could bring guests.
He is not a guest, but your newest follower.
Oh, for when I'm ascending?
It's just this day that Happy learned of your legend, while we gazed down upon the very city you saved.
Okay.
He dangled me from the high hall, upside down, for 2 hours.
The guild should not go creeping in high places if they do not have the stomach for them, It is well for Happy the strange portal appeared when it did. Minsk's arm was growing aches.
Oh. You're still chasing after the guild? I thought you made your peace with them. I'm glad you came. It's been too long. What have you been up to? I'm glad you came. It's been too long.
That it has. Minsk once idled away a century in stone, but he and Boo have been busy in these months since we parted.
Please tell me.
9 Fingers forbade any looting of the Illithid's fleshy vessels, and so Minsk guards what remains of the battle site, even from her.
Really?
But where Minsk might once have thrown any sneaking scoundrels from the tower top, now I tell them of you. How you ruled the wickedness within. How they might do the same.
Yes, I'll rule it. I'll be better.
Oh, of course. It is still for Boo to decide if they live or die.
Of course.
Oh, God.
But enough, my friend. I cannot tell your tale if I do not know the whole of it. Minsk and Boo would know where you have been, what you have done.
Apparently not Gale. What I have done has not included Gale, but maybe that'll change soon. I found a new life since my transformation, one different than expected, but not lesser. Happily putting all of this behind me. Finding more adventure where I can, without any tadpoles this time, thankfully. Honestly, I've been missing all of you mostly. Yeah, honestly, I'm sure all of these are true, but when it comes down to it, I'm missing all of you.
No, no, my friend, do not begin this. It is too early in the evening for tears and passing boo around for the blowing of noses. First, I must educate this sneak thief on the company he keeps. Will Ravengard, the Blade of Frontiers, Devil-Horned and Angel-Hearted.
Yeah?
Lae'zel of Creshkiller, true child of Gith and true friend to Boo. Though she will and say it is not so.
She would.
Astarion, who is banished by the sun itself for fear his Spanish soul might outshine it. We visit him much down in the dark places, though he often moves his lair without remembering to tell me square.
That's the Astarion.
Gale, who now names himself a god, though in truth, Minsk has known few wizards who did not think of themselves so.
That's fair.
Shadowheart, two gods dogged at her soul, but she managed to keep it all for herself in the end. Wait, Boo, did she do something with her hair?
Again? Did you do something with her hair again?
Halsin, Archdruid of Arch somewhere. He is a much better man than he smells. And there, the champion of the Hells herself, Karlach Demon's Bane, Devil's Bane, Merkul Ball and Bane.
I love you,
Minsk.
Minsk.
Made of goodness once more, Bull shall scratch the Hells wide open and find a way to bring her back.
I hope so.
And finally, Jahira. If this is a name you do not already know, then not even Boo can save you. Study them well, sneak thief, for the best among them will be a guide for your guild. Heroes who put the city before themselves.
Yeah.
Who never falter in their duty. And more than this, who never arrive to a party without even a gift for the host.
But wait!
Go, my friend. Be among our friends. There is much work yet to be done before this one is fit to join them.
Oh my. Oh, I love you, Minsk.
We shall conclude our business with the thief. But have no fear, my friend. Who will save you a dance?
Minsk, I want to dance with you too. Oh, can Will dance with me?
Stimulating conversation leaves you hungry.
I want to
To
eat.
speak is not enough. You wish to explore the brain of your friend with your beak.
No, I don't want to
There
do
are
that.
cruel rumors spread that Minsk may once have suffered injury to his brain. You could set the slander right at last. Tell the world every bite was perfect.
No, I don't think so. Resist the craving. Glance around. Is there anything else you could eat? Begin your harvest. Glance around. Is there anything else? Constitution. I don't want to. Can we save? I don't want to. I want to resist. I don't want to. I don't even know if I have any, like, if I have any, I don't know if I have any, inspirations left. Well, I have a +8 bonus, so I have more than a 50% chance. No! No! Can I have an inspiration? Roll again. I didn't know I had to roll. Thank you. Can I not do this, please?
This is highly illogical. There are plenty of other craniums awaiting your suction. And this is a prize ally.
This is not,
And
doesn't bode well.
Besides, this brain before you, its endorphins are in a joyous flow.
Yes.
It is a wonderful scent. The odor of friendship.
Yeah, this doesn't bode... This doesn't bode well.
We shall conclude.
Okay. I don't think it was mink specific. I think it was just after a certain amount of time. I want to eat the other food.
He's going to kill me, isn't he?
He might.
Not the big mad bastard. The hamster.
Most definitely. Just enjoy the feast while you can. That's my biggest advice to you. Alright, there's so many people I want to talk to and not suck their brains.
There you are. I was hoping you'd make your way over.
Will, come here, you sexy man. Come here, you sexy man.
There you are, my friend. Breathe deep. Can you smell it?
Your musk, I'm sure, is very hot and sexy. I'm sure Will smells. Will, I feel like of all of the men here, Will's probably the one that smells the best. Even if he has spent his time in Avernus. He would find a way to make it smell sexy. Breathe deeply and take the scents around you. I notice a scent of sulfur. It's awful. Is that you? I don't know if this is going to be... Oh, good.
You take in every scent the night breeze carries. Sweet honeysuckle, tender violets, and an earthy fragrance you can't quite recognize.
It's Will. Will's musk. I smell fragrant flowers and a mysterious scent... And a mysterious accent I can't place? Accent. I smell fragrant flowers and a mysterious accent I can't quite place. I think it's supposed to be scent.
Forest trees draped in moss. Bittersweet, smoky, and that faintest hint of vanilla.
Right, that's right.
A far cry from the rancid Avernus heat that's been clogging my lungs. I swear, Karlach and I have felled enough cambions to build a fortress with their horns. Who'd have thought that just one of those fiends held the key to escaping Avernus for good? One of them sported a map and some blueprints. If you want all the gory details, Karlach can fill you in.
I'll get to her. I've missed traveling with you. You're a pleasure to be around. And Mizora, what part does she play in all of this? Have you any time to visit your father? I've missed traveling with you. Your pleasure to be around. I want to tell him this. I've missed traveling with you. You are a pleasure to be around.
I've missed you too. The rush of battles we fought, the heart-to-hearts.
Yeah.
The nights around the fire. The comfort of knowing I didn't face the unknown alone. If I had to do it all over again, and I'd rather not, to be clear, I can't imagine not having you at my side.
You too, buddy. You too. Have you had time to visit your father?
I've seen him more than a few times, and he's as proud of me as I am of him.
I'm glad.
He's leading the city's renewal, opened the gates to all newcomers, rebuilt the council from scratch. And he's back in his element, commanding the Flaming Fist with brave heart and no shortage of empathy.
I'm so happy to
the
hear
likes
that.
of Gortash can bend people's minds with a few chosen words. No tadpole needed. Bane's Chosen primed the Fist for a war they weren't meant to win. He convinced them there was an assassin hiding in every shadow, that cruelty was the correct answer to crisis. With a few exceptions, fathers pardoned every last fist.
Okay.
If my forgiveness not be Tyr's will, so be it. I shall forgive them all the same.
Good for him.
His words, not mine.
Good for him.
He still believes in the bow and the blade, but he's teaching the fist a new lesson.
And Mizora, what part does she play in all this?
She's kept me on a long leash, if you can believe it.
That's good.
Every target she's set me on's been a demonic intruder. Tanari assassins who slip into Avernus, Armonites that amass near the Styx. My next target's the most challenging yet, or so she says. I don't know much more. Only that it's no demon, but a devil.
Baldur's Gate 4?
I'm not worried. Not when Karlach's got my back.
Yeah.
I swear she could scare the eyes off a beholder.
She is amazing, isn't she? Aw, nothing else? Will, can we dance? If I can hug Halsin, I want to be able to dance with Will.
Well, that's enough hell talk for the moment. The night's young. You shouldn't go wasting it.
Never wasting
Or wasting
you.
any of the wine, for that matter. I plan on downing half a bottle myself. Oh, did I say half a bottle? I meant half a dozen.
You deserve it. Look at Lae'zel is just going all over. Oh, they're all dancing.
Beautiful night.
I like how
I wish it could last forever.
I like how they're not stationary. They're just doing different things all through the night.
well versed in the preparing of meat.
Yes.
Hey, no, I do not know where it's.
Will.
Cheers to you. Cheers to Withers. Cheers to all of us.
Nice. Alright. Millie's still playing. Okay. I'm glad. Oh, I can actually, like, Baldurian mash, silver plate. I'm gonna have some Baldurian mash. I wanna partake. Astarion, come to me. Come to me, you sexy, sexy vampire, you.
Hello, darling.
Hello, darling. Hello, sweetie.
I wasn't sure our withered old friend could live up to his promise. But here we are. At least I assume it's you in there. It's a little hard to tell.
It's still me, Astarion.
How have you been since, everything?
I was gonna ask you the same thing, my friend. I've adjusted to my new form. Come to enjoy it, even. I have missed our time together. I admit it has not been easy. I have missed our time together, Astarion.
Well, of course you have, darling. It's not easy to replace someone like this.
No, it's not. How have you fared since we last met? What of you? Have you continued to drink the blood of the living? The last time I saw you were fleeing from the sun. What happened? I could speak to others. Excuse me. No. The last time I saw you were fleeing from the sun. What happened?
Exactly what I feared. Without the protection of our little friends, I was just an ordinary spawn again.
You're not ordinary.
Burning in the sun.
You are never going to be ordinary.
I fled the dark and found refuge in the shadows until night fell.
Good.
I'm sorry I didn't seek you out that night. I felt ashamed.
Astarion.
Like I'd lost everything just as you claimed your victory. I didn't want you to see me like that.
Astarion, that's so sweet.
But time lent perspective. It wasn't your victory, it was ours.
Yes.
And for all
you're a
I'd
hero.
lost, I gained so much more.
Yes.
I had freedom, strength, a whole new life. And it was time to live it.
As a hero. Yes.
I've taken a turn as an adventurer and hero. It turns out no one actually cares about murder as long as you murder the right people. And apparently I'm rather good at it.
You are. I could have told you that. Astarion, one of the good guys. Who would have thought? Sure, as long as there's something in it for you. Astarion, one of the good guys. Who would have thought?
Let's not get carried away, darling. I'm still me.
I know.
Perhaps more me than I've ever been.
Good. I'm so happy that Astarion seems to be happy, because the way that they treated him at the original ending, where they kind of implied that Astarion went off, worried about whether he was going to live or die, and I think even Minx at some point makes a mention of, oh, maybe we'll never see him again. Meh. And I'm like, no! Astarion deserves more than that. He sacrificed and gave up so much to be where he is. I'm so happy he's happy. Do you ever miss walking in the sun? So what's next for you? Going to keep living the good life? You seem happy. Are you sure you haven't been drinking blood? I'm not going to ask him that. So what's next for you? Going to keep living the good life?
Hardly. Good people don't spend as much time lurking in the dark as I do. It's funny. At first, I thought I was trapped by the shadows, cursed to live in them forever. But in time, I realized that darkness is as much a part of me as my fangs.
That makes sense.
This is only a curse as long as I refuse to embrace the shadows. So, I decided I would.
Good for you.
I decided not to be defined by the choices other people made, by what other people did to me. My past may be done, but my present, my future, they're mine.
Amen, brother.
This is who I am, in all my glory, for better and for worse.
I'm so happy. Astarion, my baby, is happy. I'm glad to hear it. Acceptance looks good on you. Good luck. More worse than better, I'd say. I'm glad to hear it, Astarion. Acceptance looks good on you.
But that being said, I haven't completely given up on returning to the sun. If the opportunity presented itself, well, I wouldn't say no.
Stranger things have happened.
Until then, I am happy.
Can we hug,
We've had
Astarion?
quite the journey, you and I.
Can we hug?
From the moment I first threatened you, I knew you were someone special. Someone to take on the world with.
Yeah.
I will miss our time together. But then again, maybe this isn't goodbye. So much as it's, see you later, darling.
Oh, Astarion. See you later, darling. Oh, Astarion.
After everything, this feels nice. A chance to take a breath. Metaphorically speaking.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy he's happy. Oh, I'm so teary-eyed by all of this. Who do I want to talk to? I actually want to talk to Lae'zel next. Tahir is cool and everything, but I want to know about what's been with the gift.
You, Gale, is the day up is down, left is right, and Tretton's are cats.
Right. Lae'zel.
Old friend.
Hi there,
For 2
old
months,
friend.
Orpheus trained me in the ways of the comet. For 2 more, I skewered Kithraki bellies.
Yes.
And for 2 more yet, I traveled through Limbo. But to see your face, it brings me even more pleasure than taking a Royal Inquisitor's head.
That's a compliment. Just failed my Arcana. It's good to see you. You're looking a bit less solid than I expected. Your efforts to topple Blacketh are well underway then. I figured the Lich Queen would be dead by now. What's the holdup? No, I'm gonna say it's good to see you.
It's nice to hear it. It has taken all of Orpheus's efforts to conjure my projection, and all of mine to convince him to let me come.
Yeah, just for a moment.
Worth it, I'd say. I miss this place. This... Fey run.
Well, we miss you. We miss you, Lae'zel. Where are you now? And you couldn't be here in the flesh, and that you couldn't be in the flesh. Your efforts to topple Blacketh are well underway then. Where are you now that you couldn't be here in the flesh?
Shractalore.
Shractalore, I've never heard of it. Should I have? Sounds foreboding. I presume you're on business, not pleasure? Nod your head as the word means anything at all to you. Sounds foreboding. I presume you're there on business, not pleasure?
Let's say both. I can't imagine a greater pleasure than Vlaakith's unmaking. Shractalore is the capital of the Githzerai. An exiled people. Once kin with mine until the madness of civil war ripped out one sky into 2. Algish sent word of the rebellion to their god king Zareth Minyaragith through the cosmos. He's agreed to parley. It's fallen to me to secure an alliance.
That's good. Hold on. The great warrior Lae'zel on a diplomatic mission? The best choice for the job. Your tongue is as learned as your blade. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, as they say. Hold on. The great warrior Lae'zel on a diplomatic mission?
I was as surprised as anyone when Orpheus spoke the order. My blade is keen as ever. But it was you who showed me that a proper victory doesn't always require a razor-sharp edge.
Oh, I'm so proud.
Sometimes, a sincere plea is more persuasive than a dagger against the neck.
Sure.